for my product. Now let's talk about buy box and what the buy box is. So on your products, let's see, we will use this guy as an example because we just used him. You can see right here it says 2 new for $24.99. If I click that, it'll show me the 2 different sellers. So this guy is the guy that actually created the listing. Now this guy just jumped on his listing, which you're allowed to do if you're selling the same exact product. But if this guy put his logo or brand on this product, then this guy is doing something illegal and you can report him to Amazon. And this is what we would consider a hijacker, which means they're taking some of your sales. Now, in module 3 or 4, module 3, I'll show you how to get rid of hijackers and show you my email template for a cease and desist letter to send to them, which will normally scare them off. But then if you do have persistent problems with them, you can contact Amazon. So what is buy box, as I was saying before? Buy box just means if I click add to cart right here, if I have the buy box and click add to cart right there, it'll add my product to their cart and not someone else's. Now, how do I know if I have buy box? It's all about price. So whoever has the lowest price with Prime shipping. So for these, they both don't have Prime shipping, so that doesn't come into effect. So these two, because their price is the same, they share the buy box. So that means every other person that clicks this will add their product. So let's say, this guy's Nature for Skin. So right now he doesn't have the buy box. So if I click add to cart, it'll add Q5 products. Now the next person that comes and buy this guy will have the buy box because they share it because they're the exact same price. Now if this guy comes in and changes his price to $24.98, he will have the buy box 100% of the time. So anytime anyone clicks add to cart on the main page right here, it'll add his products 100% of the time because he has the lowest price. Now, how does it work if someone has Prime shipping and the other has free shipping? So in Amazon's eyes, obviously, Prime is better because it's quicker and free. And they also get paid for it. But if I have a product that is Prime shipping and this guy has one that is just free shipping and doesn't use Prime, I can make my listing up to 15% higher than his price and still keep the buy box. So again, my price can be 15% higher. So let's say I'm charging $250 more, so it's 10% higher. So I'm charging $27.50 with Prime shipping. If I did that, I would get the buy box here. So anyone clicks add to cart, 100% of the time, it'll add my product, unless this guy changes his price to lower. So a lot of people get confused on this. So all buy box means is if someone clicks add to cart, it'll add my product to the cart if I have buy box. If I don't have buy box, it'll add someone else's. And you can tell when it says new to, there's 2 sellers. If you are private labeling your products and putting your logo on it, you should have buy box 100% of the time. No one else should be on your listing. If they are, that means they're either selling something with your logo on it, which is very illegal, especially if you have an LLC, or they're selling a product that's generic, kind of like this, no logo on it anywhere. And that is different from what your listing is if you show your brand is on this. Let's say we put our brand on the little lock right here. If we did, then they're selling a product that doesn't match the description. And what you would do is buy that product, get one of yours also, put them next to each other, take pictures, send them to Amazon, show Amazon it's different, and they will remove that seller from your listing. Now, lastly for this video, we're going to talk about restricted categories. We kind of went over it in the Jungle Scout video, but I'm going to dive more into it. So what are restricted categories? So if we go to Amazon and we just search Amazon gated or restricted categories, it'll pull up a list of all of the ones that are. Now let's see, gated categories right here. Okay, sorry, wrong one, guys. But let's see. Here we go. All right, sorry for the wait, guys. Here's the list of Amazon restricted categories. Now, some of these are auto approval, which just means 99% of the time you apply, they'll ask you, how many units do you think you're going to sell a year? What's that revenue going to be? Are you selling products as new? I usually just answer yes and put some random answer in of some decent number. Be like, oh, I think I'm going to sell 1,000 to 5,000 a year and X amount of revenue. And yes, I'm selling these as new and they have barcodes. You say that for the automatic approval ones, they will 99% of the time approve you instantly. Now, those categories are pretty much everything except for DVDs, which doesn't matter for private labeling. We're not going to start a DVD. Collectibles. Sexual wellness is a difficult one. You have to show invoices and other stuff, and I wouldn't recommend it for beginners. It's very, very complicated. Next one, services, not auto approval. Health and personal care is not auto approval, so it's a difficult one to get into. And I would never start a product unless I'm already ungated in that. So I wouldn't even search in these guys until you get more familiar with Amazon. Don't dive into these ones yet, or look to get ungated. It's very complicated and sometimes can be an expensive process. So gourmet foods is also not auto approval. And then lastly, grocery and gourmet, and beauty. Those ones, so beauty, health and personal care, sexual wellness, DVDs, all not auto approval. Difficult to get into, and make sure you are not searching for those when doing Jungle Scout products. Now, if you're saying, why don't I just list my product in a different category then? Because you do get the choice of what category you list your product in, which you will see in Module 3 about listing a product. But Amazon will know. They will change your product category. So let's say I'm selling makeup and beauty, but I'm not ungated, so I list it under, let's say I list it under sports and outdoors for fun, because I think they won't catch me. They will change the category to beauty because that's where it belongs, and since you're not ungated, you will not be able to sell that product. Even if you create a new listing, same thing will happen. And then now you're stuck with that inventory. So that's why I would never look in those categories unless you're already ungated. And again, it's a very complicated process. If you need help, send me a direct message. I had to pay someone to help me get ungated, and it was still very time consuming and they were pretty expensive, but it is doable. So that's going to be all for this video, guys. And that's going to be the end of this module. In the next module, I'll be talking about finding suppliers after we find profitable products that look like they sell well and aren't too competitive, and how to contact them and what you need to know going into emailing them and requesting product samples, etc. So I'll see you guys in the next module.